The Victorian opposition has had to wind back its investigation of the recent trip to China by Premier Daniel Andrews. The opposition wanted to refer the trip to a high-powered parliamentary committee, but officials have now told the opposition it won't be able to investigate key areas they were keen to target. Victoria political reporter Simon Love joins us now with these exclusive details. Simon, tell us what's changed with this potential investigation.
So, Kieran, around a fortnight ago, the Liberal opposition proudly announced that it would be referring the matter of Daniel Andrews' 4-day trip to China without an official delegation of education officials and also journalists to a high-powered parliamentary committee here in Victoria, that being the Legislative Council's Social and Infrastructure Committee. David Davis said that that inquiry should inquire into a number of matters, so-called terms of reference. Now, after advice from Parliament's clerks, these paragraphs of the terms of reference have now been removed for consideration by crossbenchers. That being that the Premier discussed Victoria's infrastructure program, including by reference to cost blowouts and or contractual disputes in major projects, and that the Premier should have raised a number of critical human rights issues with the Chinese and provincial governments, including the plight of the Uyghurs and the decision of the Chinese government to hold Victorian journalist Cheng Lei in custody since August 2020. So those paragraphs have now been taken out of the motion that David Davis would be self-referring to this committee. I asked the opposition's leader in the upper house, Georgie Crozier, whether this was a blow to the opposition's attempts to investigate Daniel Andrews' trip.
I mean, this is what we need to do. We've got a job to do in the Parliament. The Premier's trip to China, as you all know, did not have any media with them, so it was a closed shop.
David Davis will still attempt to put a motion before the entire Legislative Council chamber to investigate those specific matters, but his own motion, his own self-referral, will not have those points that the opposition consider to be key, Kieran.